now come to the next exercise. You have to now think of the collective noun. I'll help you, no problem. A group of cattle, herd. Already I told you in the example, group of animals. Cattle are animals. You know, cows and buffaloes, this is what we call as cattle. So, the word is cattle for them, and the word is herd. H-E-R-D. In English, spelling is very important because very often we don't pronounce like we spell. In our languages, we always spell and pronounce the same. It's called a phonetic language. English is a non-phonetic language. No problem. We have to learn it because it's a global language. Whether it is phonetic or not, we have to learn it. We can't help it. Then a group of wolves is called, try, pack. P-A-C-K. The same word is used also for cards. You know, we say pack of cards, playing cards. All right. Then a group of ants, we say colony. Ants are called colony. C-O-L-O-N-Y, just like human beings. You see how much similarity there is. Ant is also colony, human also colony. Then a group of people watching a play, audience. Audience, very good. You know the spelling of audience? Fine. Then a group of angry people. You know, group of people, crowd. Suppose they get angry, they start throwing stones, they start hitting each other. Mob. M-O-B. Now we come to abstract nouns. I thought we will finish nouns by 11, but we are going a little late because we had a long introduction. So I will take a few minutes more, not too much. Can I go faster now? Are you all comfortable? Can you follow me? Any difficulty? Okay. So let us go faster. Abstract noun is a noun because it's a name, but it's a name which you can't touch, feel, taste, do anything like that. You know, these are difficult nouns because we can't see them with our eyes. Suppose I say that there is a lot of intelligence in the class. Now you say, madam, how does intelligence look? Is intelligence wearing a white shirt or a blue dress? I don't know. I have never seen intelligence, but I have felt it. Intelligence. When I see all of your shining eyes looking at me brightly, I can see that there is intelligence in the class. Intelligence is an abstract noun. Suppose we help somebody. We say kindness. I can't see kindness. I can see that you gave some money to some person. You gave some knowledge to some person. So these are abstract nouns. Whenever a noun is there which is difficult for us to visualize, which is difficult for us to describe in material terms, we call it abstract. Look at your handout where, you know, a sentence is given as example. Hunger is the best sauce. You know, you need lots of curries. Just now sir said you will get tasty things. That is sauce, some addition, not only white rice. So what is the best sauce? Hunger. If you have lots of food, you don't appreciate. If you're hungry, even ordinary food is wonderful. So hunger is the concept. Now look at the abstract nouns in these sentences. You should aim for personal growth. Growth here is the abstract noun. Then he is well known for his intelligence. I already gave you example. So intelligence. Laughter is the best medicine. Laughter. People admire wisdom and bravery. Both, now two, wisdom and bravery. This is a very serious illness. Illness. Now, with each of these structures, think of a few hundred abstract nouns which you know and make sentences when you go home. Today your homework is huge. You know, if you, before you come back tomorrow, make at least 500 sentences based on these patterns which you have. But you won't do it. You'll go home and say, oh, it's so hot, summer, now sleeping time. Then evening, friends time. No time for hard work. The only way you can improve your English is if you work hard. However hard I work, my English improves. Your English doesn't improve. So you have to change. Now we have also nouns which are divided into numbers. Singular and plural are called as, you know, when you have, one is called singular, chair, two chairs, you know, mic, two mics, one table, two tables. These are all called as nouns, singular and plural. Some of the nouns, these are called as count or countable. Nouns which can be counted as 1, 2, 3, 4. Count and countable nouns. Many nouns in English cannot be counted and they are called as non-count or uncountable. All abstract nouns come under this category. All material nouns, you can't say one wood, two woods. Woods means forest. Wood has separate meaning, woods has separate meaning. They are two different words, they are not singular, plural. So we say that the words which do not have singular, plural are called non-count nouns. Then you also have things like milk and water. All these cannot be counted. Milk can be counted as 1 liter, 2 liter and so on, not as milks. That concept we don't have. Water, waters, two different meanings. Suppose different sources water come to the same point, it becomes waters. So we have all those things. Some rules are given which you have to read. I am not going to read. How nouns make their plural. The regular noun always has addition of s. The irregular noun might have changes inside the word, etc. So all those rules you will read. You will make sentences at least 10 per word, not less than 10. Then this thing is complete. Now we come to the exercise. The exercise has all irregular nouns. Let us see if we can make them into singular or plural form. Now here singular is given in the brackets. Now we have to say plural. Poetry is part of the curriculum at different levels. Curriculum is singular. The plural form is curricula. Okay, UM becomes A. English is derived from many languages. That is why there are many forms. You know, it's not single language like ours. Ours is derived from a single language root. So easy, all rules are same. Here many rules. Ivory is made from the elephant's tooth. Teeth, everybody knows this. Okay? Spelling change, T-O-O becomes T-E-E. Then you have, do you know to which stratum of society the workers belong? Stratum, plural, strata. Just now we did UM. The rule is UM becomes A. So you have to remember. The grain has been eaten by the mouse. Mice. Mouse also change of spelling. OU becomes I, plural. We don't say mouses. Okay, S addition is not there. Then we have you mastered all the mathematical formula? Formulae, L-A-E. So A ending word becomes A-E. Like that, all the rules are there above. You read the rules. Count and noun count, I have already told you. That I will not go into again details. Okay. Now we come to what is called as possessive. The noun can come as subject of a sentence. it can come as object of a sentence. These are the two places of nouns in English. It is not like that in our language. First and last are not nouns in our language. In English, noun begins a sentence. Students are learning English. Student noun, English noun, subject, object. There is also a third place for the noun which creates big problem for all of us because it shows belonging. Two nouns are very important. They cannot come side by side. So we usually put one noun belonging to one noun. The student's notebook. Student is noun, notebook is noun. Now, nouns are such that they keep fighting with each other. You know, they are very important. Big ego. Because noun is the most important word in a sentence. So if you put two nouns side by side, they'll keep fighting by saying, I'm important, I'm important. So you reduce the importance of one noun by putting an apostrophe. Apostrophe is like a comma, but it is put on top. You know, it's a higher comma. We love putting it, but all of us put it wrongly. If you write a letter and you end your letter by saying yours sincerely, Y-O-U-R apostrophe S, this is wrong English. Never do that. The word is yours, Y-O-U-R-S. If you put apostrophe in the middle of R and S, you are using a word which doesn't exist in the English language. So if you love apostrophe and you have too much ink in your pen, you want to use up that ink, then write Y-O-U-R-S and put apostrophe after the S, not before the S. Usually for any word, any noun ending in S, apostrophe comes after S. If the noun is ending in any other sound, apostrophe comes before and an S is added in order to show a possessive noun. So when I say student's notebook, suppose it belongs to one student, we say T apostrophe S. That means one notebook belongs to one student. Suppose I say students' notebooks. That means the notebook belongs to many students, not one. So the word itself is TS. Students means plural form. Apostrophe should not say studentses. So difficult to pronounce. So after apostrophe, after S, put apostrophe. So if apostrophe comes in front, it is one student. If apostrophe comes after S, it means more than one student. Singular noun, plural noun. This is called possessive. So one exercise is there. Write the following possessive forms. A hostel where girls stay. So how will you write? Girls' hostel. Where will the apostrophe be? After S. Isn't it? Very good. Now, a life like that of a dog. A dog, only one dog. So how will you write? Dog's life. Dog, apostrophe, S. Because one dog only. Dog's life. You know, this is an idiom. Dog's life means very difficult life. All the time you have to work hard. I can say my life is a dog's life because I don't have time to eat. I don't have time to sleep. I don't have time. For 3 years I didn't have time for you. Today I found some time. But again I have to 1 o'clock, I have to rush off. So much other work. So like that. The birthday of my friend. Friend's birthday. So apostrophe should be before or after S? Before S. If you are getting a doubt, please write it again and again. Do the exercise 10 times. Poetry written by Keats. Keats is the name of the poet. So how will you write? The name itself is Keats. So how will you write? The name is not Keat. The name is Keats. So apostrophe will be where? Before S or after S? If you make before S, then you are breaking the name of that man. Suppose I say Srinivas. So will you put apostrophe before or after S? After S. Then for Keats, what will you put? After S. Because that man's name is Keats. It is not Keat. The name is not Keat. The name is Keats. Already S ending name. So any S ending name, always apostrophe after the S. Now gender, all of you know, so let us not go into explanation of gender. I won't do. We have 4 genders. Common gender is where male and female both come, like student, doctor, all same gender. Masculine, feminine is usually for human beings and certain animals only. Otherwise, we have all inanimate and some animals which we don't know, neuter gender. So 4 genders, one is masculine, one is feminine, one is neuter, one is common. Today we have another gender, and that is transgender. That is also a powerful concept. When you're learning language, you must learn that this is another gender. But today in exercises, they are not there. These are very old exercises, so you can see 2 exercises are there. You will do it on your own, no problem. Then I will tell you. Now we come to the concept of pronouns, because if you learn noun, you cannot be without pronoun. Personal pronouns. I have given a lot of explanation of personal pronouns. You can easily see, and there are exercises. Then I have given examples of possessive pronoun, then also reflexive and emphasizing pronoun, and relative pronoun. These explanations I would request you to read at home, so that you read them, you do the exercise. Tomorrow morning, first 5 minutes, I tell you the answers of the exercise. Again, please remember, do not do it in your handouts, because the handout is for your future. After the course is over, please work out the handouts at least 10 to 20 times, even if you are getting full correct today. Even if you're getting full marks today, still do it 10 times. You know, that is how by repetition, our language improves. I'm only concentrating on one word in a sentence now. But the sentence has 10 words. So each of the sentences, each of the explanations is English. And that English will teach you better grammar than doing exercises of grammar. Did you understand? So you can look at the whole sentence. Like the first sentence I told you, it has article, it has preposition, it has verb. So like that you have to analyze. Although in this first handout, only noun and pronoun exercises are there. But we can't use them without using verbs, without using adjectives, without using articles. So we are using all parts of speech. I'm not telling you about them. This fragmenting is very good for learning, but it is not good for speaking and writing. If you fragment in speaking and writing, they ask you, please tell us about yourself. You only say a list of nouns. Proper noun, my name. Common noun, the place, where I'm working or what I'm doing. Abstract noun, my emotions. You will not get that job. Using all these nouns, you have to explain who are you. So that is why nouns and pronouns are very important. A pronoun is usually used wherever we use a noun. But that is only one type of pronoun. The problem with pronoun is, in the third person singular pronoun, we have verbs which take S. Till now I told you that if you add S, the noun becomes plural. But to a verb, if you add big S, it becomes singular. That means upside down. Singular noun becomes plural if you add S. A verb becomes singular if you add S. So 2 rules you have to keep in mind. And that too only third person singular. Nothing else. So when we learn pronouns, we learn this. The maximum mistakes which Indians make in the use of pronouns, which I find all of you making all the time, I have mentioned it in another in another presentation also, is what we call the emphasizing or the reflexive pronoun. Myself, ourselves, yourself, himself, herself, itself, and themselves. This we like to use. These words are very rare. We should never use them. It is like our 2,000 rupee note. Keep carefully. Don't spend like 10 rupee note. Everybody says, what is your name? Myself, so and so. Name is given. Myself Ramu or myself, Radha or any such name. Now why myself? Who told you that myself should be used in this place? From childhood you've been hearing it. Such powerful listening. If somebody says, what is your name? You can say, my name is, and then give your name. You can say, I am, give your name. Not myself and your name. If you feel like saying, I've been saying it for many, many years, still when I go for an interview, I find people are saying myself. What is your name? Please tell me about yourself. Say myself, with great excitement. Don't use myself. Two uses myself has. When you want to emphasize, suppose the interviewer asks you, or suppose a stranger asks you, are you really Raghu? That means they're questioning. Are you really Karthik? I don't know where Karthik has gone. Then you get worried. You say, they're asking me, am I my name? So you say, I myself am Karthik, or I myself am Raghu. I myself am Padmaja. What? I myself. Remove I, myself has no function. Without the word I, you cannot use myself in a sentence. That is one use, emphasizing. The other use is reflexive. Have you seen a mirror? You've seen a mirror. Now if you look at the mirror, whose face will you see? Not somebody else's face, no? Have you ever seen, looking at the mirror, your friend's face or your parent's face or somebody else's face? Reflection. That is called reflection. That means the verb is like a mirror. On this side and this side, same person are there. Okay? You say, I teach myself. That means you don't have teacher. Teach is the verb, reflection. I myself. That means I don't need a teacher. I teach myself. I work for myself. That means nobody works for me. Nobody helps me. I work for myself. That is called reflexive. So the same pronoun, two different functions, but none of them without the word I. You yourself should learn English. I cannot say yourself should learn English. You yourself. Without you, yourself cannot be used. You teach yourself. You and yourself. Mirror in the middle, that is the verb teach. Are you able to follow? So this is one aspect of pronoun which is very important for you. But while speaking, we often make mistakes in the use of personal pronouns. When we want to say he, we say she. When we want to say he or she, we say it. We say the subject and then we say it. The room, it is very nice. The room is the noun. It doesn't need a pronoun. A pronoun replaces a noun. Like two nouns I told you fight with each other. Pronouns also fight with nouns. You know, they are equally important. So if you keep noun and pronoun side by side, who should important? You remove the room. You say, it is very comfortable. Either say the room is very comfortable, or you say remove the room and say it is very comfortable. You cannot say the room, it is very comfortable. You are using subject two times for a single verb which is not allowed. Such mistakes we can improve only if we expose ourselves to listening and reading more English. But when you are reading, you are not looking at these things. You are only reading for meaning. That is the mistake you are making. When you read for meaning, that is first time. I have said this in all the videos. After understanding the meaning of a passage, don't go to new passage. Read that same passage 10, 20, 30 times till every sentence structure has gone into your brain, grammatical structure. That means the language has entered your mind with that structure. So you can change and put in that structure as much as you can. Now we will go on to the verbs. So that is the second one. Let me see what are there, because I am not too sure. Please don't forget to do the exercises, okay? I will spend only 5 minutes giving you the answers to the exercises tomorrow.